All right, so a few months ago, James Gunn released that like first look image of the Superman suit, and a bunch of people were not happy with it. um, I'm gonna be honest. I tend to not get super passionate about how superhero costumes look. Like, generally speaking, as long as I can look at the suit and be like, "That's the character," I'm pretty much okay with it. Like, every time that somebody's like, "The MCU costumes are over designed," I'm just kind of like, "Are they?" I guess, I don't know. It's fucking Captain America. What do you want from me? um, Honestly, like the only comic book costume in recent years that I've actually like super admired was the Robert Pattinson Batman suit. Like, when I was watching that movie, I was just like consistently just my eyes were glued to the costume. I was always like noticing new things about it. So that's really the only costume in recent years that I've been like, oh my gosh, that looks amazing. Um, Most of the time, I'm just like, yeah, whatever. It's the suit, and that's kind of how I feel about the David Cornsweet Superman suit. I think it looks fine. I don't know. I don't really. I don't really understand the complaints. I don't mind the cuff or whatever. I don't mind the trunks. Although actually, when we first saw it, we couldn't see the trunks. Actually, let's just look at it now. So these are like on set photos, and yeah, I don't mind the collar. I think I said the cuff. I don't mind the collar. I actually like the cuffs on his wrists. I actually do like that. Interesting thing to note about this: he has a cape on while he's filming. From what I remember, I think Henry Cavill never had a cape on when he was filming, and they added the cape in post with CGI. Seems like we're doing a practical cape this time, which is interesting. And yes, he's now confirmed to have the trunks. That's another thing that I'm fine with. You know, I would have been fine without the trunks. I'm fine with the trunks. I don't really have any complaints about the Henry Cavill suit, but I also think the trunks are fine. And then so if we look at this, get the full picture of here, this is it, not zoomed in. And behind him we have Mr. Terrific, so we get a good look at him. We'll just cycle through all the pictures that I have here. It's another view of Mr. Terrific. I kind of wonder if this like his full on costume. I don't really know anything about Mr. Terrific, by the way. Like, is this just what he always wears, or is at this point in his like career, is Mr. Terrific like a new superhero? So he's just kind of like wearing a like a rush together suit that he has early on in his career. I'm just wondering if he'll get like a more proper suit later on at some point. This is the back of him. This is the front of him. We get a much better look. He obviously, you can see that he has a T on his face for terrific. Yeah, I honestly don't know what the deal with this guy is. Here's another picture of him. Then here we get a really good look at the front of David Cornsweat's suit. We also see that his hair is all gelled up. He's got the curl there. I think he looks good, to be honest. And then I think this one is, we get a really good look at the back of Superman. He's got the S on the cape. So overall, I think that the suit looks fine. I'm totally cool with it. And then here we have actually a video. This is our first footage of David Cornsweet as Superman in motion. Would you look at that? He's looking up. He's crossing his arms. Well, I wonder if in that scene he's like about to fly away or something. And then they start like covering him with umbrellas. I wonder if it started raining. And they're like, "You can't get the suits wet." Umbrellas. Come, umbrellas unite. You must protect Superman and Mr. Terrific. So yeah. Yeah, just a quick little look, you know. Again, I think it looks fine. I don't mind it. I also didn't mind that initial first look. Although, to be fair, I remember a lot of the criticisms of the first look wasn't even so much the suit itself, but more so people thinking that Superman was like the vibe of the picture was Superman like slowly putting on his shoes with like a dour face and whatnot. And it's like I kind of understood all that, although to be fair, it's like it's a still image. For all we know, he was going in super speed. You know what I mean? But yeah. Um, Let me know what you think. Are you like super passionate about like superhero costumes? Do you have a bunch of critiques? Are you gonna be like, look at all the lines? Look at how over designed it is. There are too many lines. I know people say that about MCU suits. They're like, why are there so many lines? And I'm like, I don't know that I really value that criticism. I mean, don't get me wrong. I'm not trying to like invalidate you or anything. It's just that it's just not something that I personally care about. Yeah. If you are one of those people that like really care about superhero costumes, I definitely want to hear from you in the comments down below. And yeah, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.